Hey guys, it's Viejo here, and we are at the end of the third week of August in 2025. We've had another beautiful day here on the central coast of California. As you might have expected, the big fire we've had in the region is getting close to being 100% contained. It's not out. Containment lines just mean it's a line cut in the ground, almost literally, that the firemen are reasonably certain that the fire can't get across. But there's still a lot of boots on the ground and a lot of people up there keeping an eye on things and kind of letting it burn out and putting out the hot spots and so forth. Anyway, hey, this is part 2 of episode 25 of Wadcutter Wednesday, and this is with this big NOE 454-273 wadcutter for the 45 Colt caliber. I'm kind of liking this bullet. It actually ends up shooting pretty well depending on how you load it. And of course, depending on how I shoot it. So we're going to go ahead and get some loaded up. We're going to use some unique powder. We started off with 3 different loads at 5.5, 6, and 6.5 grains of unique. And then I went back on another day and shot it with 7 grains of unique. And all of them actually shot okay. I kind of like the 6 grains myself, but you'll see the shooting footage. Let's go ahead and go through the loading first, though. And if you're watching on YouTube, you guys probably know by now, but I can't show you the actual hand loading process. I can show you bits and pieces, but YouTube doesn't want to show you the whole thing. So we'll show you, the setup and what we ended up with. All right, let's go. We loaded all this stuff on the RCBS Rebel press. Okay. It's a very strong press. This thing is a beast. Okay. It has no provision for onboard priming. So you got to do your priming either with a hand primer, another bench primer, or you can come up in here with a ram prime if you want. And I did the powder dispensing. We're using a drop light and trickle up technique. But I have this old Bonanza powder measure. And you may have seen this in the Moldy Monday video I did recently, because we used it there too. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to dump close, okay, out of the Bonanza powder dispenser. Okay, just like that. Then we'll come over here to the beam balance, which I've already calibrated for 5.5 grains. Okay, and then we will trickle up to exact. And I'm gonna soft seed a bullet there and just to start it. Okay. So this guy fills on the downstroke of the handle and dumps on the upstroke. Okay. And the internals are similar to the Lee auto drum. Okay, there's a piston over here in the arm that's adjustable, and there's a kind of a vernier scale on there. Okay, so here we go on our measurement. Okay, I'm at bad lighting here, sorry. I'm at 1.577. Okay, and I am really close to the top of that crimp groove. I might could go another 0.02 and be right there, but I think we're going to call that good. Okay, I don't see any need to go down that last 3. Okay, so here's our Ellie Wilson pistol gauge. Bada bing, right in there and right back out. So that's actually a fairly substantial crimp. It probably doesn't need to be that much. Got a little piece of brass pulled up there from that crimp ring. See that? Okay, you can see that roll crimp. It looks slight, but that's actually a pretty stout crimp. It doesn't really need to be that big, I don't think, but I'm going to leave it there. There they are. Then, okay, we got 10 each of 3 different loads, 5.5, 6, and 6.5 grains of unique Winchester large pistol primers, and the unique was served up by the old Bonanza powder measure. Okay, off to the range we go. Okay, there's the loading, so we'll go out to the range, and I shot these out of the Ruger 45 Colt Blackhawk. Okay, 7.5 inch barrel. Okay, we got those nice Arizona custom grips on there. I like those. And we shot 3, the 3 different loads, the 5.5, 6, and the 6.5 grains. And then, as I said, we went back later and shot some with 7 grains. And on the day that I shot with the 7 grains, I had a major camera catastrophe. The SD card of one of my GoPros I got back here to the house and tried to offload the video, and the SD card crapped out, and I lost a whole bunch of video. I'd shot a bunch of stuff that day, and I lost a lot of it. But I did get the camera footage for that 7 grain load, so that'll be in there for you. You don't get to see me shooting, which is not a terrible thing in and of itself, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get out to the range and shoot these guys. Okay, this is that big NOE 270 grain wad cutter in 45 Colt. Getting hot up here. Flies. Oh, this is 5.5 grains of unique on this one. Light. Okay, not too bad of shooting. Let's see if we can do 5 more. Pressure signs all good. Okay, here's 5 more of the NOE 273 grain wad cutter and 45 Colt, 5.5 grains of unique, same target. Whoa, boy, I threw that one away, didn't I? With 6 grains of unique. Pull that one a little bit. This would be a good load if it weren't for me shooting it. I pulled those ones that went out of the bull. Again, pressure signs are all still looking good here. Okay, here we go. 5 more of the NOE wad cutter with 6 grains of unique, same target. All right, pretty big spread there. Okay, this is going to be the NOE 273 grain wad cutter with 6.5 grains of unique.
Okay, 5 more with 6.5 grains of unique with the NOE 270 grain wad cutter. Same target. And my primers are okay. They're starting to show a little bit more flattening than the previous ones, but they're not bad. Okay, this is the 454 473 wad cutter with 7 grains of unique. Okay, we'll do 5 more of those. Same target. All right, there's those 10 rounds of the 454 473 wad cutter with 7 grains unique. Actually shot pretty well.
Okay, there you go with the shooting portion. They actually all shot pretty well for me. I kind of like that 6 grain load myself the best, but none of those loads were really terrible. I enjoy shooting this revolver. It's a fun one, and that big old bullet, it's going to become a favorite, I'm pretty sure. I really like shooting that thing. I'm sure you guys could dream up all sorts of things to go use that bullet for. I'd probably turn a rabbit inside out at inside, 50 yards if you could hit it. Big old honking bullet. Anyway, fun to cast, load, and shoot for sure. And if you want to see the entire loading sequence, you got to go over to my Rumble channel. That's at rumble.com. And you just type in my channel name over there. It's just Walter Bunning, like this, all one word. If you're not already subscribed, and incidentally, you don't have to be subscribed over there to watch the videos. I think you have to be a subscriber or have an account there in order to leave a comment. I'm not even sure about that. But anyway, you can find me over there. You can probably just type in hashtag #wadcutterwednesday, all run together, and find me over there also. And I also wanted to mention that the playlist for the entire Wad Cutter Wednesday series is linked in the description box. Okay, so you can go back and look and find last week's casting video for this bullet or whatever. The whole batch of them will always be there. All right, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed that and got something out of it. But from the Viejo bench for now, that's all she wrote.